Hi and welcome to T10 Info TVSK channel. My name is Syed. Here I am with the latest news for 11th November 2023. Saudi Arabia Crown Prince at Saudi African Summit reiterates Kingdom's condemnation of Israel-Gaza violations. Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman on Friday reiterated the Kingdom's condemnation of Israel violations in the Gaza Strip and forced displacement of Palestinians in the enclave. We condemn the Israel occupation authorities' violation of international law in Gaza, the Crown Prince said during his opening speech at the Saudi African Summit in Riyadh. Second Saudi plane carrying aid for Palestinians in Gaza departs. A second plane carrying aid from Saudi Arabia for people in the Gaza Strip left King Khalid International Airport in Riyadh on Friday, bound for Al Arish International Airport in Egypt. The plane was carrying 35 tons of material including food and shelter as part of Saudi campaign to help the people of Gaza that was launched by the order of King Salman and Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman in keeping with the kingdom's history of supporting the Palestinian people in times of crisis. The first Saudi relief plane also carrying 35 tons of material left on Thursday. Saudi and Greek Defense Minister discuss bilateral ties. Saudi Defense Minister Prince Khalid bin Salman met with his Greek counterpart Nikos Dandias. They reviewed bilateral relations and explored ways to enhance defense cooperation. Turkey prepared to take on injured Palestinians for medical treatment. Turkey has made necessary preparation to take injured Palestinians and patients with chronic illness from Gaza to its hospital for treatment, Turkish President Tayyip Erdogan said on Friday. Protesters blockaded UK defense giant's factory over Gaza. UK trade union members on Friday blockaded a British military equipment maker in southeastern England, calling for a ceasefire in Israel offensive in Gaza. Demonstrators brandished banners and placards reading "No business as usual" and taxpayers have blood on their hands outside the gates of the BAE System factory in Rochester. Astronaut who led humanity's first mission around the moon dead at 95. Frank Borman, the NASA astronaut who led the 1968 Apollo 8 mission, the first human space flight to reach the moon, has died at the age of 95, the US Space Agency said Thursday. World Bank approved $150 million for Sri Lanka's banking sector stabilization. The World Bank has approved $150 million to strengthen Sri Lanka's financial and institutional sector. The central bank of the debt-trapped island nation said here on Friday. Sri Lanka's economic crisis highlights the need for strong safety nets to support the financial sector. Stable and reliable banking sector is essential for the economy, business and individual small business and poor household. Farisada Zarvos, World Bank country director for Maldives, Nepal and Sri Lanka, was quoted as saying in the bank statement. US President Joe Biden and Chinese President Xi Jinping will meet on November 15 in the San Francisco area to try to stabilize relations after the recent tension between the two superpowers, US officials said. The meeting, which had not previously been confirmed, is not expected to produce major outcome but is aimed at avoiding conflict between China and the US, said senior administration officials. Media workers stay sit-in at New York Times headquarters to call for ceasefire in Gaza. Pro-Palestinian demonstrators occupied the lobby of the New York Times on Thursday demanding an immediate ceasefire in Gaza, while accusing the media of showing a bias toward Israel in its coverage of the Israel-Hamas war. Indian Prime Minister Modi to attend COP28 in Dubai to host G20 summit virtually. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will likely be present at the 28th edition of the United Nations Conference of Parties to begin end of November in Dubai, sources confirmed to The Hindu, the annual climate conference in the most high-profile summit to discuss the challenges from climate change and the roles and responsibilities of the world's government in addressing it. During his visit to the United Arab Emirates in July this year, Prime Minister Modi had signed agreement and committed to future engagement. One of the things that was committed to was a joint resolution to make COP28 a joint success for all. Official indicated that the PM will go despite the busy election season for state election in India. EAM Jaishankar and US Secretary of State Blinken hold talks ahead of 2+2 dialogue. The situation arising out of the Hamas-Israel conflict and ways to further deepen the India's-US strategic partnership figured in talk between External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar and US Secretary of State Antony Blinken on Friday morning. Mr. Jaishankar and Antony Blinken meets took place ahead of the 5th edition of India-US 2+2 Defense and Foreign Ministerial Dialogue. Indian Supreme Court dismissed plea seeking direction to make guidelines for production of Hinduism in India. The Supreme Court on Friday refused to entertain a plea seeking a direction to the Center to make guidelines for production of Hinduism in India. A bench headed by Justice Sanjay Kishan Kaul said the Apex Court was not inclined to entertain a petition with such kind of a prayer. India and US is increasing agreement on strategic issue, including country China's aggression. India and the United States increasingly find themselves in agreement on strategic issue, including countries China's aggression, promoting a free and open Indo-Pacific and addressing regional security challenges. Defense Minister Rajnath Singh said on November 10 in the opening remark of his bilateral meeting with US Secretary of Defense Lloyd Austin. Cypher case Imran Khan and Shah Mahmood family allowed to appear in special court. Judge Abul Hassan Zulkarnain of a special court hearing the Cypher case in Rawalpindi has allowed 5 members of the families of former Prime Minister and former Foreign Minister to watch the jail trial. On Friday, the hearing of the Cypher case filed under the Official Secret Act was held in Rawalpindi Adyala jail, but the hearing was adjourned till November 14 as the statement of no witness was recorded. The court called the superintendent of the jail and issued an order that one day in a week Chairman PTA Imran Khan should be allowed to talk to his children on the phone. General retired F Hamid again in the news, accused of abuse of power. Former chief of Pakistan Secret Agency Inter-Service Intelligence retired Lieutenant General F Hamid in once again in the news. This time his name is circulating in the Supreme Court, where first his role was discussed during the hearing of the Faizabad Dharna case, and later in the case of abuse of power by a businessman, and his house and office were destroyed. I was accused of making valuable disappearance during the raid. This week, a bench of the Supreme Court of Pakistan comprising Chief Justice Qazi Faiz Issa, Justice Aminuddin and Justice Athar Minullah heard a petition filed by Moiz Ahmed Khan, the owner of a private housing scheme. The Accountability Court ordered the return of Nawaz Sharif asset. The Accountability Court of Islamabad has revoked the confiscation order to former Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif in the Toshakhana case and has ordered to return the property and asset. Accountability Court Judge Mohammad Bashir had declared former Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif as an advertisement in 2020 in the Toshakhana reference. The court also issued orders to confiscate the asset of Nawaz Sharif. Accountability Court has ordered to return more than 1,650 canals of agricultural land, Mercedes and Land Cruiser vehicles to Nawaz Sharif in Lahore. The court has also ordered to restore frozen bank accounts of Nawaz Sharif. Pakistani entrepreneur conferred with MBA for boosting UK-Pakistan relation. Pakistani entrepreneur Faraz Khan became a member of the Order of the British Empire at a ceremony at Windsor Castle on Thursday, in recognition of his role in promoting UK-Pakistani relations. That's all in today's headlines. Keep watching TTN Info TV SK channel by subscribing and do hit the bell icon to receive notification and more updates.